Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're talking a bit about Bitcoin once again. I was talking about Bitcoin earlier today, but I think in that video I mentioned, but I'm going to very much focus on Bitcoin compared to altcoins in the upcoming weeks because of the price action. We see that Bitcoin is at the 20-week moving average today, and I mean, we could even flip it up to the hourly, which would be a quite interesting one. And that if you want, fun fact, if you want the 20-week moving average represented on the hourly, you're going to be wanting to look at the 3,360 hour moving average. So you can see it in real time on the hourly where the 20-week moving average essentially is, and currently we are now bouncing off of it. But I would say this entire area here, obviously when we look at the weekly, it's represented under one candle. We are at the 20-week moving average. I also noted in my previous video about the RSI, in the video before that, the Bollinger Bands, my um, my theory staking that a Bitcoin move is on its way and it's coming in the not so distant future. Um, and that in today's video, I will emphasize why I think here at the 20-week moving average, it could be below. I mean, we saw a wick below it, but this is the one of the best times to buy, in my opinion. That's how I feel. I think I'll flip it back to the weekly. I think, in my honest opinion, and I put my money where my mouth is because I bought in again. This is the best time to buy into Bitcoin. If you are looking for exposure, if you are haven't bought into the market yet and you were looking for an opportunity, this is now the time. Not buying into a pump, like we were doing, a few months ago, saying like I understand the confusion, right? Like we're at these price levels weeks ago. But weeks ago, I would say that this is not the time to buy. But because of the state of the 20-week moving average and where it is and where the price is now, the narrative has changed. This right here is the best opportunity that will probably I won't say it's the only opportunity because there's always going to be opportunities ahead. But at the moment right now, as it stands, this is the best opportunity to buy into Bitcoin. Whether that's buying your first position when you begin to start dollar cost averaging in a bull market. So I would preface that the best time to buy Bitcoin would be in bear markets. Obviously in hindsight, this area here, the dip, the crash of coronavirus in 2020 would have been the best times to buy Bitcoin. But we're not there anymore. So when we're talking about, and we're in a completely different environment, we're not in a bear market, we're in a bull market. So when are the best times to buy in the bull market? Well, I mean, at any point during this time, you could have bought and made money, but we try to, manage our risk, right? We don't buy into pumps. We buy when in fear, when there's support, when we're near the 20-week moving average is the times to buy Bitcoin, in my opinion. And I would say this here is one of the better opportunities Bitcoin has given us to buy it. Now, for me, obviously, I already have a Bitcoin position. I haven't bought Bitcoin with fiat in quite some time with my US dollar stablecoins. I haven't bought Bitcoin since the last time we were at the 20-week moving average. And I would say at this time again, this is the time. This is the time if you're waiting on the sidelines, if you're looking to increase your Bitcoin position, if you're looking to throw in fiat Bitcoin into Bitcoin, this is the best opportunity. And I would even also expand it to that because it's Bitcoin, this is one of the best opportunities you'll get in cryptocurrencies, in the crypto market. I don't like I will state that I'm a altcoin bull. I hold various amounts of altcoins, Ethereum, Chainlink, I talk about Cardano a lot. I'm pretty bullish on Cardano. VeChain, I was pretty bullish on. Uniswap, I can go on and on. Celsius token, basic attention token, etc. Um, I expect all of them to do very well. However, they do not stand in comparison to Bitcoin. When we are talking about risk, managing your risk, the best asset to invest in to mitigate your risk, the asset that will give you the returns better than the stock market, um, and one that will not crash 90% anymore. We are talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin does all of that. Altcoins do some. I'm not going to say that altcoins don't have a chance, but when we look simply from time, right? Time is the greatest indicator here. When we look at time, Bitcoin has been the best performing asset in the cryptocurrency market thus far. When we look at bottom, macro bottom to where we are now, you can't find me a cryptocurrency at inception to now that has produced these numbers yet. And that's simply because of time, right? Ethereum has only been around for not as long as Bitcoin. And so it hasn't pushed up to those numbers yet. But I would also say that time is also an indicator for risk. Because Bitcoin has been here the longest, it has stood um, uh, in defiance of a decade long struggle in various events, hacks, not to the Bitcoin network, but to exchanges, to people's money, to the China ban in 2013, to the market crashes of 2017. Every single time, Bitcoin has rebounded and has stayed at the #1 spot. And so, because of that value, and I'm not even talking about potential gains, I am simply talking about the chances of Bitcoin disappearing. The chances of that happening are much lower when you compare it to other altcoins. And that is something you cannot get from an altcoin. That is intrinsically unique to Bitcoin. And that is why I say that Bitcoin is the best asset to have in the entire crypto space. Bitcoin is the best asset to have if you are looking to mitigate your risk, if you're still wanting exposure to a great return on investment. Yes, Ethereum would probably net you more money. Cardano will net you more money. Chainlink will probably net you more money in the duration of this cycle. But Bitcoin provides you the mitigation of risk that those other three cannot provide. They just can't. And they won't for a very long time. None of these altcoins will flip Bitcoin during this cycle, and I would doubt that they will in the next cycle. Bitcoin is the market mover. Bitcoin is king, whether we like it or not. And that is why when you find yourself with Bitcoin giving us an opportunity, right? When Bitcoin gives you an opportunity, it is the best opportunity because of the risk. The amount of risk is less than any altcoin you can buy, and you still get a pretty good return on investment. And that is why I can't stress enough that a contact of the 20-week moving average is one of the best opportunities you can get in the crypto space. With Bitcoin touching the 20-week moving average, it is one of the best opportunities you can get. Now, obviously, you can use Dogecoin, you can use any altcoin and say, well, that the move from moving average to top nets higher with Ethereum or Dogecoin. I understand that, but my case is not just net return. It is a part of it, but it's not encompassing everything. When we're talking about risk, you just cannot compare altcoins to Bitcoin. I don't care what metric you use. Bitcoin bleeds less than altcoins, unless the altcoin you're talking about is a stable coin, in which case, why are you trading stable coins? So, in conclusion, this is why I think this is one of the best opportunities um, in this cycle, better than any other altcoin that we have. We see time and time again the 20-week moving average holding as support. If it's even like 2013, we might see a dip below the 20-week moving average, But if it's still a bull market, if you're still confident that the end goal is higher than $60,000, then this will be proven to be an even bigger opportunity than just hitting the 20-week moving average. I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that you guys, people are panicking. People are wanting Elon Musk on a stake with his head cut off, and you're gonna roam the streets of like Los Angeles or whatever I believe he lives in California, roaming the streets of Southern California with his head on a spike and shouting Bitcoin. Like people are angry, but in all through that anger, what I see is just a very, very good opportunity. This is what I've been waiting for. It's what I've been waiting for since the last time we came down to the 20-week moving average, is an opportunity to buy Bitcoin at a price where the risk is favorable. And I can't stress that enough, folks. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. I'd love to hear your opinion in terms of Bitcoin at the 20-week moving average. Do you think we're going to go lower? Do you think we're bouncing from here? Or are you one that simply does not like Bitcoin and you strictly invest into altcoins? In which case, I'd love to take I'd love to pick your brain on why do you prefer that? If the purpose is to get the best returns with the least amount of risk, right? For some people, their risk tolerance is higher, in which case, go nuts on altcoins. As for me, and I would guess, I'd bet money that a lot of you don't have as big of an appetite for risk than you actually think, especially if you got into this market now. If you've gotten to this market in 2020, 2019, uh, I don't think you fully understand the risk that you're taking. And I'll be completely honest, because it's one thing to say that you're okay of losing X amount of dollars. It's another when it actually happens. Okay. When I came into 2017, obviously, I've mentioned that before, and going up, I people told me the risk. I understood it. I bought it, and I thought I was okay. 20% down. I thought I was okay. 70% down, my portfolio disappearing 80% of its valuation. It's a pretty tough pill to swallow, and it's not fun. And that's why I would bet that people who have just came into the space, you have no idea. And and when you're splurging your money on altcoins with the highest amount of risk, you're just enabling that situation to occur, which I strongly think that you are not ready for. And I hope that this video, my appeal to why Bitcoin is the best asset to have in the cryptocurrency space, goes through you, because it is. And it will help you understand what risk really is. Look at Bitcoin, look at its drops, and compare those drops to altcoins on a macro scale, and you will see that Bitcoin is the better performing asset. It drops less. Yes, the risk, the return on investment is not going to be as high, but you can't put a price tag on, like it's a value that you just cannot get with altcoins just yet. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because Bitcoin's been around the longest, altcoins have not been around as long as Bitcoin, and therefore Bitcoin will always have that advantage against altcoins because it's just going to be perpetually lasting longer. The volatility and the risk is just lower on Bitcoin, and it's easier to stomach the losses, because I say that this is the best opportunity that we're going to get with Bitcoin, and I stand by that statement, even if it dips lower. But it does have a chance to break the 20-week. And when we see what happens when Bitcoin breaks the 20-week moving average, things go south in a hurry. 2017 was a great example of that. 2019 was an example of that. 2014 was an example of that. And when we look at altcoins, well, guess what? They did exponentially worse. And do you want to be the one holding the bag for that? I don't think so. And because of that, I appeal to you to take into consideration of how you can integrate Bitcoin into your portfolio and potentially even making it the largest portion of your portfolio. But that is all I have to say for today. Have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Bye bye.